Ah, all right. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Finally, it turns out when you change your settings or don't copy them over to the new streams config, they don't copy. It's a thing. Anyway, welcome. It's great to have you here. We got it all working eventually. Nath, how's it going? Oh man, it's a thing. We're definitely a thing happening here. Oh, all right, we'll get there eventually. I hope. So let's jump into the game, and I will explain how I'm restarting. So, welcome back to Going Solo Season 3, maybe 3.5 now. So, Going Solo is a vanilla series that I was doing before I did Create Mod. And I turned off the game sounds. Okay. In this world, I was renovating an ancient city, which was great, right? We've got so much city. Here, let me turn off the gamma override so maybe you could see a little bit here. Right, but I was renovating an ancient city. I've got some farms. I've got all sorts of cool stuff. I'm actually standing on my cleric's home. Right, this was great. I've got a lovely farm over here for chorus fruit, which we may be taking advantage of at some point. And then, super smelter, all of this stuff. This was a great place to be, okay? I gotta tell you, one of the reasons I started... Hey, Eddie, no, this is not my Create series. This is a vanilla series. But I'll tell you, I was getting kind of bored in this world, which is why I went to Create. But there is a reality that I am still I don't really want to continue to work on this ancient city right now. So, I'm going to be looking for a new base. It's going to be fun. All the excitement and stuff. All right, but I know where it is. I've done some checking out of things in the on Chunk Base, so I think I know where it's going to be. It's just yeah. No, my main base is going to be about as far from the ocean as you can get. I want to build in a Badlands. I have never built in an eroded Badlands before, so that is going to be our plan for today. Oh, obsidian. I also need to be sure I've got a lighter. That would be helpful. That would be very helpful. So, yeah, so this series said it's a vanilla series. It's on a survival introverted multiplayer server. This was a single player server. It's going to become it's just become an SMP, but without a lot of interaction, I expect. Ooh. Sorry, that was hot. Sorry, I have a drink. It's honey and lemon, hot water, honey and lemon, and it's still very hot. Holy smoke, that was dusty. Anyway, hello, Snoopers. So yeah, so the plan is to go check out... okay. The plan is to go check out an ancient city, but first I need to actually have a flint and steel. So, yeah, there we go. Haha, I have one. What's my favorite type of wood? Spruce, typically. Though I do like the warped wood as well. Though surprisingly enough, having said that, let's make sure I'm using the right pickaxe. Having said that, I do like to build with cherry, surprisingly large amount. So, anyway, what's an eroded Badlands? So a Badlands, it's like a painted desert. It's lots of terracotta of different things. An eroded one is like weird pillars and things. It's fun. We'll see it when we get there. So this is a live stream series, Eddie. That's going to be fun and exciting, I think. I just need to figure out how to get there. So I'll leave the gamma override on. But yeah, of course I'm going through the nether. I mapped out where this is going to be. And it is going to be 675, which means I need to go positive X. Positive X is this way. And negative Z. So we are heading off in this direction. But yeah, the nether is going to be a lot faster to get there. So we'll get here past my... oh, what is that? Gold farm. And we are heading out this way a bit. And it's definitely a bit. Oh, hang on. I need to go back there. I've just realized something. How long have I been on YouTube? Forever? Sorry, I need some obsidian. That would be helpful. If I'm going to build portals, we're going to need obsidian. Yeah, so I've been streaming since 2015. I started on this is actually my second YouTube channel because of some name changes. Yeah, obsidian, very helpful, turns out, if you're going to be building another portal. So we are going to be heading out this way a bit. Now, I'm not marking the trail, which I should eventually do, but I am going to be cheating a little bit. I know, I use chunk base. Is that not cheating enough for you people? No. We're going to do it. No, I have, I do have a mini map if I need it. So we're going to get there. So 675 roughly and minus 875. So we're going to be out this way a bit. Yeah, so my first channel, technically this is the second channel, if you want to get really crazy about it. Oh, we're in a Soul Sand Valley. Oh, wonderful. So my first channel, because the way YouTube did naming, first channel was Music Free Gaming Live, which was fine. But when I had the option to get Music Free Gaming, I jumped on that. All right, so we're going to be sort of around here. Doesn't need to be exact, but somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll tell you, it is taking me a little while to get used to not having a jetpack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, yeah, spent a lot of time with a jetpack in Create Mod. Okay. So, in theory, assuming I've done the math correctly, which it wouldn't be the first time I did the math horribly, horribly wrong. My favorite biome is actually, it's one of the spruce taiga biomes. I love the mountains and the snow and the spruce trees. But this is going to be a much different type of world. Okay, sorry, we got to give it a minute. All right, we are. Did I bring torches? Okay, that's an important question. Torches. What an interesting place to have spawned. Oh, there's. Okay. Okay, there's darkness here, which I expect. Awesome. It's good to be a bit underground, especially when it is dark. All right, so let's grab a bed. So, for those of you who've never seen me play vanilla, I tend to play a vanilla plus type style of gameplay, okay? It's vanilla with a couple of client-side mods like Mini HUD. This is the first time I've used, what is this, Zero's mini-map. I don't plan to use it, like, hyper often. But, cheese monkeys. No. You do. I was telling people about my map. You go away. We are sort of starting over here just a little bit. It's going to be fun. So anyway, I'm using Mini HUD. I'm using Zero's world map. I really should put together a mod pack just to make it easier to answer that question. Most of them, it's nothing crazy. The Armor Poser mod, free camp for some various things, and voice chat, because as Snooper says, this is a semi-solo world, and of course Zero's maps. Okay, let's go ahead and woohoo. Falling is good, right? That's a creeper. I recognize him from his distinctive greenish color. You know, it's been a long time since I've had to deal with mobs. Hi. My Create Mod world was pretty well lit up. I didn't have these problems. So this... Yeah, no more jetpack. And creepers. So many creepers. So an eroded Badlands is... Jeez, all of this. This is what happens when I go out at night, you know. There. It's all of this terracotta, but it tends to be a very hilly, very mountainous area. So this is fun. Hang on, I need some more rockets. But we are about, I don't know, a few thousand blocks away from where we started. Do I hate the creeper the most? Actually, no. No, the creeper doesn't bother me much. No, I think the most annoying for me might be the skeletons. Well, the hoodoos, yeah. All right, so let's hang on. I want to. Where was I? Okay, here we are. Let's slap a quick bit waypoint here. Badlands portal. Now this may not be where I stay, okay? This is a huge desert, okay? And so we're going to be dealing with a lot of it, but there was, I don't know, let's just take a look. So here we go. This is a little more what I was expecting about in an eroded Badlands. Right, we've got this big hill, but we've got these big dealy bobs. I've seen the Mineral movie. I don't see a lot of movies. I don't like movie theaters, and so I don't see most new ones. Okay. So that's interesting. There's some more places I need to go positive X. Because there's another place out this way. I mean, look at this freaking... This place is huge. Okay. And... Whoa, hello. Alright. Little glitch. We're good. We're not dead yet. You're gonna see a movie tonight? Oh, nice. Hopefully it's a good one. Okay, wow. Have I gotten the lava chicken disc? I have not, but then again, I haven't been back in this world for a while. Of course, I have a personal dislike for Jack Black, so I may not. Okay. There's a definite whoa happening here. Holy cow, look at this. Wow. All right. Do not fall in the random dripstone cave. It's pointy. All right. Well, then. That is a cool formation, though. It's one of the reasons there needs to be a white bunny down there. Yes. The killer rabbit of Arr. Okay, there's a creeper. All right, so let's keep meandering this way, because I was looking out. Yeah, so I scouted this on Chunk Base, but not in person. So we're definitely going to be exploring here just a little bit to see what's going on. Now, here we actually come out of the Badlands into plains. I think I'm going to be a little further away from that. You know, I probably should have dropped a waypoint there just to... Okay, this is cool. Well, this water is fun. Okay, that is actually a river biome. That's good to know. Favorite color is probably green. Yeah, and I can follow it back. And I've got, yeah, see, I've got my portal stuff there too, so. But yeah, I think. I don't know how much of the map I've got going on here, but yeah, see, I'm 9,000 meters away from my, where I started, so. Yeah, my favorite animal, I don't know. I'm sort of about, I like peregrine falcons. Those are cool. Well, looks like we've got ourselves a city oh, now this is fun. We're just going to slap that there. Is that a cave spider spawner? Ooh, okay. Interesting. You don't see those on the surface very often, but okay. And now I'm going to get just stuck because, you know. But my favorite movie, I have a hard time picking a favorite movie. Star Wars is right up there for me. There's a lot of yellow over here. I just did a really late movie review for the podcast this morning, which will be out in a couple of weeks, on the movie Passengers. That one's pretty good. Not one that I would say is my favorite, but it's pretty good. Yeah, ooh, look at this. This is fun. Yeah, so what right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to find a good just a good spot for a base. You like Harry Potter? You know, I like the books well enough. Wasn't a huge fan of the movies. But, okay, yeah, so this is cool. So, Nath, I think it was asking about what an eroded badlands is. This is it. You get sort of this mountainous terrain. This is actually a badlands. Okay, we've got some... But the eroded badlands, you get these types of dealy bobs out here, which is really cool. Oh, honestly, this might not be a bad place. Well, that's just a jacked up portal over there. No, you are absolutely right, Snoopers. This is a good spot. Let's we're gonna call this one Badlands Spot 1. This is not bad. Actually, this is a lot of what I was looking for here. I wanted the mountains. I wanted all of this stuff. It's like all sorts of craziness. What introduced me to become a YouTuber? Achievement Hunter. I was watching Achievement Hunter and thought, you know what? That could be fun. Oh, look, cactus flowers. Anyway, and then later I found a couple of other Minecraft type YouTubers like Mumbo Jumbo, stuff like that. Ooh, a silk touch hoe. Aha. Okay. Anyway, interesting. I really like that spot though. All right. Honestly, there's some advantages to this area though too, because I think I'd have to double check. There's okay, we're not too far from an ocean. Some plains going on here. Some pigs also. We have pigs, people. We have pigs. So how old is this world? Probably 2 years, year and a half, something like that. Yeah, there's water nearby, which is good. Actually, having this river biome right here could be handy too, because I'm going to want some squids. But I recently upgraded it to 1.27. I'm not a big explorer typically, so a lot of the world is still somewhat fresh. Okay, I want to take a look around this way a little bit. However, I think let's get down here to the back to this portal. Ooh, riches. All right, somewhere around here. Ah, there we go. Now I've got a bed. But yeah, we are definitely gonna go sleepy because we're so tired. He's so tired. So I don't do a lot of exploring typically in my worlds, so this is all new. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, take care, Eddie. Enjoy. Okay, so that was the way I went before. All right, so there's some more this way. Yeah, so this is a big flippin' desert. It is pretty huge. Okay, yeah, we've got some fun stuff happening over here. Oh, right, this was the, this is where I've been. Haha. I'm going to mark this one. I don't think I'm going to build here, but I do like this. So we're just going to add a marker here, partly so that I can remember where I've been. Now, I want to take a look. There was an area... All right, hang on. I have chunk base open in another window. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a quick look. All of my markers will be bees. Yes, yes. They'll be hard to distinguish, but that's okay, right? Add an extra 0 on that one. So I want to head up. Let's head north a bit. Somewhere around... Yeah, we're going to head north. About 4,000, 9,000, something like that. Okay. Good to know. Also, hey, let's get chat back up on the screen so I can see it. Okay. So we are going to head positive. I said north, right? I totally said north. Is north actually the way I want to go? I want to go in the negative Z direction. So yes, north it is. Negative 9,000s. All right, here we go. So yeah, we're going to head up this way. We may head south too. There's a spot. So this is a huge desert and I love it. But you head south and we start getting into, I think there's a flower forest and there's some other fun stuff down that way. Yeah, this is where I was thinking of building. And yeah, this river right here is actually going to be really handy. Holy lake, Batman. Oh, what spawner are you? Hang on. Ooh, more cave spiders. Cool. All right. Let's, hang on. We're going to mark the snot out of this place. Cave spiders do. Confirm. All right. Okay, you can't fly with torches, my friends. If you could learn one thing about Minecraft from this stream today, is that torches do not let you fly. Okay, that's a cute little wooded biome. It's like, here's 3 trees and a dream. You know, sometimes that's all you need is 3 trees and a dream. Okay, we've got a little bit of... Well, that's cool. All right. Yeah, so now we're pretty well out of the area here. Now, I'm going to land here for just a minute because I want to check my chunk base here. But the coral, that'll be handy. But where am I looking at here? I want to look at About 4,000? 9,000, 4,000. Okay. So I need to actually head this way. So there's a little bit, there's an area, according to Chunk Base, which I have not looked at beyond this. Holy mountains, Batman. All right, I like it. I love a good mountain. Got ourselves a Savannah Plateau. It's more Badlands. All right. If we come over this way, yeah, so we've got some coral, which is great. But also coming up this way, I believe there's a mushroom island, which is going to be kind of fun. Worm? Worm! Okay. Of course, I could be wrong, and now we've just got lots and lots of ocean. Okay, I did say it was like... Oh, it's also probably this way a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We've got ourselves a little mushroom island, which is handy. I don't know if there's anything that I would do over here, but it's nice to have, if only to come grab some mycelium, which could be handy, right? And then over this way to the west, I believe, yeah, we've got lots of coral, and I think there's a guardian, an ocean monument type thing out here somewhere. So, hey, Edge, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, there it is. There's the Guardians. Cool. Cool, cool. We are doing great. All right, so this is good. So let's head back to the Badlands. And we're going to explore south. Of course, I am now loading all sorts of chunks that... but that's okay. It is fine. We're totally fine. But yeah, there's lots of coral out here too, which is good. Because coral is pretty. There are some fun things you can do with coral. Actually, I'm going to just land out here real quick. And we're going to... Ah! Okay, I'm going to fall. But I'm just going to leave a quick bookmark. Coral. Alright. Sweet. Ah. So, glad you're doing okay out there, Edge. Let's see if my water is cooled down enough to drink. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so my ancient city is 8,000 meters that way. We're swinging around. So, yeah, we've got ourselves... Looks like a nice red sandstone desert. Of course, all badlandy goodness. Oh, yeah, the server is not like... Whoa, mountain. Sorry, the server is struggling just a touch with all of... Ooh, hot chickens. Hello, hot chicken. All right. So I'm just saying it's tough to get back to Minecraft. That's... Yeah. No, I get that. Life will get in the way of all sorts of fun stuff. All right, so let's head back. I want to head south a bit. But I think, you know, I don't think I've seen a spot that I've liked quite as much as this first spot that we found. Oh, this is fun. This is a river biome. This is the biome that you build your squid farm in. Because how much other water is there around right here? Squid farm, maybe drowned farm if you're farming tridents. Ooh, sobering up. That's fun. I can see how that would be tough. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out in the newer versions of Minecraft. And I'm excited about it. All right, so let's... How are my wings doing? Wings are okay. I have spare wings, and I have experience potions if I need to do some repairs. So I want to head south here a bit. Because as I recall... See, I like these dead bushes, too. Not the... not these ones. These have been around forever. But look at this. This dry grass. This is just cool. This is so cool. Oh, this is interesting. Got this little patch of grass coming through here. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, here if you want your Badlands with a little bit more river action going on. All right, we're heading south. Okay. Oh yeah, the deserts are looking so good. Okay, yeah, so we've got some more Badlands happening here. And, I need to go sleepy. Of course, these red deserts have looked all sorts of fun, too, for a while. Ooh, there's some more coral, which is good for those of you who are fans of coral. Now, I think... Ooh, look at this cliff. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, this looks so cool. It looks like we've got a jungle. Ooh. I'm not going to build here because I want to build in the desert, but... All right, hang on. I'm going to turn the gamma override on so we can see this here at night. I'm almost afraid to sleep, but we're going to do it. You know, I do like seeing the landscape, okay? What I don't like is having to go out and explore just to... Oh, hang on. Since we're down, let's grab some rockets. But what I don't like doing is going out and exploring, looking for things, you know? Like, oh, I need a jungle. All right, let's spend 87 years so I can get a jungle sapling, right? That type of thing bothers me. Also, it's now raining. Okay, so we're definitely out of the jungle. Or out of the desert, but... Oh, this is kind of fun. You get the jungle and this wooded badlands right next to each other. Yeah, this is fun. I think I'd have to double check the map, but there's a section of Badlands out here that or deserts that heads down like to swamps and stuff. Yeah, all sorts of cool. But that's far enough away that maybe I don't want to head out that way. Yeah. So, okay, I think we'll call it. Let's go ahead and head back, but yeah, there's lots of cool stuff out this way. I can see that, but this cliff face, and it's snowing? That was weird. But yeah, could you see right here on the edge of this jungle, like where this stone is? Hang on, we're gonna free cam out for a minute. You get all of these trees and this wood and stuff, this cliff. Could you see building like a castle or some sort of something like that here in this space? Oh, that would just be cool. So that's one of the things Minecraft terrain has gotten to look so good. Yeah, just building a city or something up around these cliffs. That would be fun with all the coral reefs down there. All right, good. Okay. So, let's head back to that spot I found. See, I was on yesterday a little bit crafting rockets because I knew I was going to need several. To do all of this fun exploration, but there's one other place I wanted to... Actually, let's land up here for a minute, because there is one other place I wanted to look at. Just based on what I was looking at on Chunk Base. So, it's... let's see. Not that one. This one. Because there is a portal. Where is that? 4,500 and minus 6,900. Did it? It's not dark. It's just raining in a desert, so it's just dark. Cool. So we are heading to 45. So negative X and positive Z. Yeah, there we go. This way. So right around here, there's another eroded Badlands. Kind of, sort of. X, I think. Oh yeah, okay, there's just a little bit of... There's a little bit of an inland sea here, which is kind of cool. But... yeah, with a bunch of these what is it, stony shores and things like that. That's... interesting. Okay. But coming around out this way, a little bit further, and a little bit this way. Armadillos! We found armadillos! Yeah, somewhere down around here. Oh, we're still a little ways away. Oh, there we go. Here's some more of our eroded Badlands here. Not much of one, but somewhere right around here, there's a stronghold. It might actually... woohoo! Ow. Well, that's cool. I love seeing these cave systems too. Those are just fun. But yeah, so there's a stronghold around here too, which is going to be handy because I don't... while I'm starting over, and that I'm starting a brand new base and all of this stuff, I don't want to lose access to some of the infrastructure I've built. Like, you know, my Enderman farm, for example. You know, so it'd be kind of nice to be able to get to the end relatively easily. Though I have a feeling that's going to be still going to be a trip over the nether roof. But, okay. Yeah. Definitely an interesting place. Again, we've got all of this cool, for a minute there I thought that was a snowman. That would have... you can't have snowmen in the desert. Turns out that's actually going to be a problem. But, that is okay. All right, so let's head out this way. All right, but I think we found the spot. Because I haven't found any place that's been so exciting as that first spot. Yeah, snowmen apparently melt in deserts. Something about it being hot or something. I don't know. It's weird. Holy cow. Check out the tops of this mountain. On top of a mountain. This is actually kind of cool up here. Ooh. This is... I think I just looked at this crevasse down here, this canyon. But this is pretty cool, too. Hang on, we're going to get up on top up here. Because... yeah, we're way up here, up above the clouds. Oh, this is a cool area. And then just the other side of this ridge, right, you get this sort of smaller area over here, which gets all stony and stuff. Hoo-wee. Okay, wow. All right, we are going to free cam. Because check this action. I'm sorry, I'm going to turn on the gamma override just to deal with the weather fog here, but we've got this cool little crevice. Looks like there's some fun. Oh yeah, we've got, what's that, dripstone caves down there. Wow. Wow, wow. This is yeah. My ideas definitely work. So I'm not coming into this totally blind as far as ideas for what to build. Okay. It's not like I've gone into creative and, oh, I'm just going to build this. No, I haven't done that, but I have a loose idea of kind of the feel I want. And for part of a build, oh, this is really cool. I'm going to, whoa, I'm going to fall off this cliff. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's see. But yeah, I'm going to come over here and just mark this spot. But I don't think I'm going to do it. This is a Badlands. But we have eroded Badland, or we have just regular Badlands. I haven't seen this sort of generation in a regular Badlands before, so that's really cool. But it's not eroded, which is fine. I wanted to build out in the terracotta, so... All right, so this is going to be spot 2. I said I don't think I'm going to build here, but that does look really cool. All right, I could turn the override off. But yeah, it's... And the reason I wanted the eroded Badlands is I wanted the dramatic terrain. Okay. You get a lot of Badlands like this, and okay, you get hills and some caves and things, but it's very much like almost regular Minecraft terrain, just brown. Okay. Which is fine. But what I wanted was some of this drama. On the other hand, now that I'm back here, ooh. All right, now, all right, let me sleep. So we're looking at things during the day. I might actually go to spot 2. Because I was originally thinking that it would be really cool to have like all of this, right? Here, let me free camp for a minute. Right, so we've got some of these hills, but we've got some of these fun little spiky deals and things like that, right? And it's a cool place, right? We've got the mountains that come up around over here, right? This is a pretty nice area. Plus, there's the river right here too, which could be handy. Because I do have plans for squid. But. And let's, all right. That's Badlands. There's a dripstone. There's apparently a lot of dripstone, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. A lot of butts here. All right, so I'm going to edit. We're going to call this one. We're going to call this 1. 1B. Okay, confirm. And this one. Edit. We're going to start this one. This is 2B. So really the question does, in fact, become 2B or not 2B. And there's a... you know, that's starting to get a little too Shakespearean for me, so maybe this is going to be a problem. But, so that was area 1, and then let's head back over here. Yeah, that's the portal. And I'll probably end up deleting a number of these waypoints afterwards. But for now, it's just, I just needed the markers so it's easier to find these things and come back to them. But yeah, coming up over this mountain. And apparently over this mountain. I wanted dramatic terrain. And in all honesty, I think this terrain is... It's not the eroded Badlands. It doesn't have... What do you call them? Hoo-hoos or hoo-haws or wahoos or whatever. But look at this terrain here. So what I wanted to do in part is build a hoodoos. There we go. The hoodoos that you do, that voodoo. You know. Wahoo! But what I wanted to build was sort of a flying city. And not like what you often see in fantasy where it's a chunk of ground that's been floated up and has the city built on it. No. I wanted like full sci-fi floating city going on here. We're going to have it powered by happy guests and maybe some grumpy ones. I don't know. But this is going to give me a bit more space and give me the dramatic terrain. See, what I'm envisioning is a society that has harnessed the power of ghasts to make their society awesome. And so that's kind of what I want to lean into here. And to do that, I wanted... Obviously, I need something that's in the sky. I may have to turn off the clouds. I don't think I'm in the creeper face portion of the cloud map, so we got that going. But yeah, we're going to make this area ghast powered. And I've got some ideas for, like, one of the things I want to do, and these mountains, that one or that one, would be perfect to build my nether portal in to get up on the nether roof. Because it's handy if they're up high, right? Well, what I wanted was sort of a bridge that goes from the portal. Hang on, let me land. We're good. Something that go from a portal. Say I built the portal over here. And then it would be almost like a ghast parkour, but a really easy one because I'm bad at parkour. That you could jump across like a powered bridge and get to. You have places you can fly through. Yeah, so this doesn't have like what you might see in Arches National Park in Utah with all of the things. So if you think you know what your next series will start with. Nice. So, there's a wall there. So I think this is going to be good. Coming up off the tops of these. And we've got... Now, I will probably build lower. Whoa, falling. Yep, lower. Because gravity works, it turns out. But I love the idea of having this sort of nestled in here. So I'm at Y170, which will be... Honestly, will be pretty good. I think I'm going to be up high enough that we can do some cool things here. All right. You're just decrypting your mind's idea. That's a great way of putting it, Edge. I am decrypting my mind. You know, there are days I feel that. I don't know what I'm thinking because I don't have the decryption key. Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. Yep. Lacking the decryption key. I am right there with you. All right. So, okay. So that my other portal's over there. So we're going to be fairly close then. Okay, which is good. So I think to take a looking briefly at Discord, I can do that. Da, da, da. Yes, Snoopers, that's fine. Tis fine, tis fine. Okay. I like this. I like where we're at. I think we can make this work. Okay. All right, we found it, guys. This is it. We have found the space. All right, so what I need to do then is figure out where I'm going to start, where my starter house is going to be, basically. I'm thinking it's going to be up there. I kind of liking the idea of dropping a few things. Now, I think this is going to be awesome. Like I said, it's a little bit closer to the stronghold, which is going to be great. Oh, I can see it. I can see putting the portal, building another portal right through here. I may have to go get some more obsidian. But imagine what this would look like. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the map. Imagine what this would look like. You've got a city floating out here, sort of filling out this area. Sort of an energy bridge, which will be gas powered, heading out this way, and the glow of purple in that gap right there. Ooh, that is going to be sweet. Okay. I like it. And then I may have to do something to cover up this gash here, but we will deal with that as the time comes. Yeah, I know I can pop the waypoints out. But the map itself was bugging me. I've fought for years against using any sort of a mini-map, and I'm going to avoid it for the most part. But while we're here exploring, I wanted the map available just so it was easier to look around and see where I was and where I was going. Okay. All right, I like it. So, we are going to be settling in here. Okay, that's dry grass. Sweet. So, step number, the next one, is going to be to, one, be sure this area is at least mildly safe. I'm going to have to set up a temporary portal so I can get back into the nether. And then we get to start a new base. I like it. All right. You need to use that one. I actually got that one from Tigger. In the Tigger movie. Where he's, Kenny, step number 1, step number A, step number the next one. Yep. All right, so cool. All right, so we're going to build this portal. And yeah, I'm definitely, well, let's see how much material it's going to take, but I want to take a look. Honestly, actually, let's leave that bed there. All right. Free cam. Yeah, free cam. Let's take a look here. Now, I do want the portal. Honestly, there's a part of me that actually would kind of rather have the portal here. Maybe not necessarily in that crack, but kind of. Just because I kind of like it being a little bit more centered in this mountain. It'll be a little bit easier to build. But, or maybe not easier to build, but I think it'll look better with sort of the energy bridge that I want to build out. So yeah, that would be That would be cool. The only drawback is I think I want the main city area to be right around here, which is like Y160-ish. What if I come up here to I don't know, Y175? I guess that wouldn't be too bad. Now, the city's mostly going to be, I think, we'll center it kind of around this area here. Okay, it's going to be sort of around this way. All right, so I could sculpt that. On the other hand, you can't assign roles in Discord. Okay. You should be able to. Okay. How weird is that? All right, well, strange. All right, hit me up after stream and I'll get in. But you should be able, because you're an admin, and I think your role is higher, so you should be able to assign roles, depending on the role. Yep. That's a problem for future me. Present me is looking at cool portal stuff. On the other hand, I could put the portal here, because I still like, hang on, we're going to free cam out again. I still like the idea of sort of the purple being here. And I could build 2 portals, for sure. Discord is unhappy with you for no reason. Well, you know, that's pretty typical of computers. They don't need reasons. Okay, and I could still build the bridge out and build a platform or something here. All right, I like that idea. That's a good idea. I love this plan. I'm happy to be a part of it. Okay, so let's figure out where I want this portal to be. And I said I may have to go get some more obsidian because I only brought the 1 stack because of reasons. Probably not very good reasons, but they were definitely reasons. All right, so I want the portal. I think I want the portal to come through this way. The question is, where do I want the bottom of the portal to be? Is that... Okay. No, I want this portal to be in a little bit. But of course, I built using obsidian, so this could be a minute. Okay, it'll be fine. We'll get there. Because it was just convenient to tuck into that gap, but I want it to be inside this a little bit here too. So we're going to come out this way. Yeah, we'll come this way. I do like having efficiency 5 on my tools. Got to admit, it's pretty handy. All right. This is one of the reasons I said I wanted to start over in vanilla, but I didn't want to give up all of my tools. I didn't want to give up my progress. I didn't want to do early game again. And there's nothing against the early game. I typically enjoy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's 3 blocks in. That should be cool. Okay. I typically enjoy the early game, but there comes a point when you just don't want to do it again. Or just not right now. And that's kind of where I was at. So that's why we're extending out here. Now, I think what I want to do here, or just building out in a new area in my same world. Okay. There's been a trend in Minecraft YouTubers lately of forever worlds. I don't know that this will be a forever world, but I do like the idea of just continuing on in the same world I've been in. Okay. Oh, look. I brought scaffolding. Huh, cool. Thank you, past me. This is one of the few times past me and present me and future me actually probably all agree that, you know, something good happened. All right, so I think I want to bring this up this way. Do I want it to go... Now I'm asking really hard questions. Like, how tall do I want it to be? Do I want it to go up? Yeah, let's take it up into the ceiling here. All right. Yeah, so 1, 2, and we'll just truck it across like that. Now, this is going to be a big portal, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a big portal, other than the fact we are going to deal with more than our share of pigmen, or piglins. Zombie piglins, of course. And, yeah, I think this will work. Your new trendy world is in debate mode. Okay. Bring back your old series. Finish off a ton of stuff. Or the old world or the new one. Right. Yeah. I get that. I think what I'll... I might... Do I want to push this side of the portal wall back? Or do I want to build... Let's take a look here. All right. Hang on. We must scaffold. If I were to bring this section up, and I'm just going to match the current terrain. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything real crazy here. All right. Does that look okay? I mean, we're about to get really purple. You want to go fishing in a world? Well, you know, fishing is fun. For, you know, some people. I think that'll be okay. And then if I'll have to go back and get some more obsidian, but I do like the idea of maybe having a portal on this side too. So this whole mountain looks like it's magic, right? Or science, or whatever, however you want to define your flavor of magic, right? But we'll get purple through there and a little bit of purple shining through here. I think that's going to be cool. All right. I like it. I like it. I think we're going to do okay. So, we're going to have to do a couple things. One, let's figure out where this portal is. All right. So, let's see. Trigger. Nether coordinates in. We're in the overworld. So, that means we're going to need to be at those coordinates, which are 627 and minus 916. Okay. Good deal. All right. Got it. Okay. So that's where that's going to go. All right. So what we'll do is, excuse me, we're going to light this portal. And it lit. Okay, and we are not going to go through it because that would be bad. The next step is to find that one. Okay, I'm going to... All right, so we're going to have to go over there. Okay, we have to head back to the original portal, which fortunately isn't too far away. I don't have signs on me, but that's all right. All right, over here. Ow. You know, that's the other thing I'm going to miss from Create Mod, is my backpack that had no fall damage on it. Okay. All right, so we are going to 637 and minus 916. So this way. And I do have enough obsidian for this, so that's going to be a win. 637 and minus 916. Okay. 6. Okay. This is close enough. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. And let's put some slabs on it because, yeah. Okay. Because I do, in fact, want this portal to be spawn-proof. I really don't want ghasts showing up here, okay? That would be annoying, and I'd like to avoid that. However, I'm going to mark this one a little bit. Okay. Now let's light this and hope it works. Yeah, there are some emo ghasts out there. We're just gonna. All right. Shiny. Oh yeah, this is not going to be a safe place for a while. We're gonna have to deal with that in a little bit. All right, cool. So, and there's that portal too. All right, nice. So we now need to head this way. Because I think it's time to move in. So my overworld coordinates are something. Hang on. They're big. All right, so my overworld coordinates over here are 5,000 and minus 7,300, roughly. Okay. Cool. So there's definitely going to be a few places I'm going to have to figure out where I want to set up tree farms and stuff, because obviously I don't want to stop using... Oh, hang on. No. I almost did something really dumb. Hi. I would like to put a Badlands portal over here. Thank you. Okay. Confirm. Good. So I can find that again. That's going to be handy. So yeah, it's... we're a kilometer out just over the nether. Over the nether roof. So this is going to be a thing. Yeah, I have the coordinates in chat. And, yeah, it's... And I've written down the coordinates of the nether portal in the nether. Because I had to write them down so I knew where I was building. Oh, I could fly. There we go. So I would have only gotten slightly lost. Whoa. Okay. Hit some sort of wall. That's cool. All right. So yeah, so this is going to be cool. And we are absolutely, well, one, I absolutely have sitting out over this one up here. One of these. There we go. We've got 10 dried ghasts. So we are on our way to happy ghasts. You're slightly lost is, I went through a black hole and I have no idea where I am. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Now the nice thing is my froglight farm right here is right where my portal is. So, but we are 100% going to be taking advantage of froglights with this build because I want a very sci-fi futuristic type look here. And I suppose I am close enough to this. I could just come out here and do my tree farming out here. It's not like I don't have a base sitting happily right over this way. Well. Okay. Go ahead and turn those off. So, yeah. Plus, you know, I do have infrastructure here. I've got a wool farm, right? My sugarcane farm is here. Obviously, none of this will be loaded, so it's not like it's going to be doing anything. Though, with the new Ender Pearl chunk loader mechanic, I actually could. Not that I would necessarily want to leave it open all the time, but definitely have it in the... I'm going to be doing stuff, so maybe let's do other things. So yeah. All right. Nice. Now, unfortunately, my build palette is completely going to be completely different from what I have here. Because what I want is I want a lot of light colors. I want a lot of whites and grays and honestly pinks and blues, and which, you know, I can get out of the white, or the wool farm, which is good. I think we're going to be needing to do a lot of concrete. Now I've got gravel in the farm, in the gold farm, or bartering farm. Sand is going to be a little bit of an issue. I may find a part of that desert that's out of the way and strip it for sand. But we're kind of, I think we're sort of in a good place here. Also, my iron farm's still working, so that's a win. Now, I do happen to have a huge amount of green, because inside this happy little pink build is a cactus farm. So we have lots of cactus. So we'll be able to do plenty of greens as well. But yeah, I'm thinking blues and very cool colors to contrast with the scenery out there. The problem is, too, I happen to have huge amounts of deep slate for some odd reason. You know, you ever have those worlds where, hey, I've got lots of deep slate, or I want to build lots of deep slate, now you're having to mine it all the time. I have the opposite problem in this world. I have all the deep slate I could ever want and no stone. So, you know, I think we're going to take advantage of some of the shiny purples too, because that's going to look cool. And yeah, we'll probably bring in some skulk and we'll do some other stuff, but some amethyst, I think is going to be looking cool. So, all right. You saw a zombie? Yeah. What is you? I've been seeing this a couple of times. Hi, zombie. What are you doing up there? This is deep dark. You shouldn't be spawning, and certainly not on light. He's fallen, which means he's probably fallen from up here. Perhaps? Yeah, he's chilling. Now, once you get out of the deep dark... Oh, actually, you know probably what it is? Yeah. So I didn't think the deep dark was totally spawnable. Also, I found I have a slime chunk on top of my base here. All right. Hey, dude. Okay. You know, I spent so much time in this world, didn't have any mobs spawning, but I wonder if the dimensions of this city changed. Oh, that's actually an interesting question. So this is deep dark, right? But the biome shouldn't have changed, but it's very possible the ancient city dimensions changed. If it's even still here. Oh, that's an interesting issue. That's something I'm going to have to take a look at some point. If there's a mod I can put on the server so I can see the structure boundaries, I might be outside the ancient city. Interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah. You saw him just fall down from up there? Huh. Okay, well, that's not good. All right, I guess, do I have a torch? You have come down and adopt a cat. Yes, definitely. I have lots of cats here. All right, hang on. Let's see if I can get up there without killing myself too much. Torches, please. Cute. We're about to get ourselves eaten alive by something. And my spawn point's back in the desert, so maybe before I do this, let's take a quick trip down here to my bed, and we're going to sleep in said bed, and okay, or at least set my spawn so that when I die here. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some infrastructure I'm going to have to set up here too, but oh yeah, the painting. Here, let me get this sorted out, and then we'll go take a look at the painting. Okay, so I believe, yeah, I think if I could just get some. Oh, that, ow, 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 and ow. Turns out you can't use rockets to light up a hillside. You can use them to paint the walls with your face, but not so much your hillside. Yeah, they added a whole bunch of new paintings in the last couple of versions. And this one, the one of the wolf, it comes from the Minecraft movie. But, okay, I think we're going to be okay. I might slap a little bit of stuff up there too, because there was I think there's a cave up there or something like that. But, all right. Yeah, they've added music discs and stuff, but they've added a lot of new paintings. And this is one of them. And it is just adorable. All right. It is so freaking cute. So I had to put it up on my wall in here because it was just so freaking cute. How could I not put this one up here? All right, but let's see, where did I put it? Well, I've got wool. I actually have a mod on this server. All right, well, technically it's a data pack, so you don't have to install a mod on your client to use it. But if you use a stone cutter, you can actually come in and pick the painting you want, which is really handy. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have like the pictures of the paintings, but yeah, it's got all of the names of the paintings, so you can go like to the wiki and take a look at what all the paintings are and say, I want this painting, whatever this 4x4 unpacked is, and find a nice 4x4 section of wall. Here, we'll just slap it here. Right? And so you've got this lovely, lovely painting, right? So yeah, and of course, when you take it down, it resets the MBT data, so then it goes back to being random. But it is really handy. And I thought, you know what? I hate cycling through paintings, and there are a zillion of them. So we're just going to not do that. You know, and it's going to be fun. Okay. So, let's see now what the... Actually, you know what would be really cool? Would be really handy would be the pale oak logs. I think I'd have to double check chunk base. I think there's a pale oak biome not far from, well, far. It's a big flippin' desert, but not overly far away. But I don't know that I want to deal with that today. That might be a problem for future me. All right, so let's take a look here. What would be good to... Well, let's bring some wool, because I am going to need to build a bed. We'll grab some wood, you know, because there are a few things we're going to need out there just to get started. Let's see. You know what I should do is I should just put together a shulker box. Oh, that's got random nonsense in it. Look, shulker boxes I have totally not sorted through. Oh, frog lights. That's a nice shulker box to have. Let's throw the Froglight one into the ender chest. Okay. That's going to be handy. And this is stone and dirt. So this should be fine. Let's go load up some stone. So the good news is we've got lots of good stuff going on. And yeah, I set up a little snow farm just to come in here with a, you can either get snow layers with a silk touch pick or with a fortune pick, you get snowballs. You know, I figured that would be handy. Not even tried the creepy woods yet. That might be something. Because I want to get, I have some thoughts for some ideas for doors and stuff in the city. So I think that would be fun. And you know what? Let's get a shulker box full of lava, or actually maybe dripstone and lava. Yeah, I think that would be good because it'll be nice just to have a fuel source. I don't know what, if anything, I'd be cooking. So snow, one, it's a bright white block, which is nice. But you also use snow to lure happy ghasts and to feed the young happy ghasts so they grow up faster. So, you know, that's handy. Yeah, so that's cool. I don't know that I'm going to be... You know what? Should we... Let's... Thanks for the tutorial. Tell you what. Let's get some water. Because I am going to need an infinite water source while I'm out there too. Where do I have water? Oh, I do have water right here. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get ourselves another shulker. Actually, I could just use this one. This is fine. All right, so we'll throw the water in there. Let's get a few buckets of lava. Yeah, you don't like updating. Yeah. Well, I'm really excited too about the next version that has the copper golem in it. But that's gonna be a ways off. All right, so let's see now. Dripstone. Okay, there's some dripstone blocks. We don't technically need those, but we do need the pointed dripstone. And there's some dripstone caves over there too, so we can get some more of that as we need to. So that'll be good. So we're getting there. We're also going to need some logs. What I would actually like, I think, is going to be some birch. At least to get started. And I don't have a lot of birch. So we'll head up to the surface. Maybe in the morning, we'll head up to the surface and get some birch. We'll cut down some birch trees and deal with that. Okay, but. Let's see, what else? I'm sure if there's something else I need, I will forget it. But, all right, it's just sort of waiting for night to fall. While we're doing that, let's actually head up to the surface. And we'll, I'm going to dip into the nether for a minute. I'm going to grab a couple of happy ghasts. Or the dried ghasts, actually. And we're stuck. And we're stuck. I need to send this cart back up to the village. But we'll grab some happy ghasts and some more obsidian. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, I should also get some leads, but I have leads elsewhere. Oh, you just realized you haven't eaten breakfast yet. Yeah, breakfast is good. Highly recommend. So how do I grab a happy ghast? Well, there are a couple of ways of doing it. You can craft them using soul sand and ghast tears. Okay, which is interesting. It's like 1 soul sand and 8 gas tiers. If you go into a soul sand valley that's in this chunk, oops, it's over this way. If you go to a soul sand valley, you'll find them like, you know those bone, like skeleton structures you'll see out in the soul sand? You'll find them out amongst those. Or you go to your friendly neighborhood bartering farm and you throw gold at the guys until they give you stuff. Actually, let's just take a couple. We'll leave the rest here. I need to set up a filter for happy guests over this way too, but that'll be a problem for future me. Okay. Oh, and obsidian. Since I'm over here and getting the things. Yeah, I have some already. After I upgraded, I was hyper curious. I wanted to be sure it actually worked. So I have a gold farm. I have a bartering farm. I put the 2 of them together. And yes, they will 100% be bartered. Now it's a like a 2% chance. It's about the same rate as getting water bottles, I think is what it is, or maybe the iron nuggets. But yeah, you can just throw gold at your happy little pigs and get happy guests. See, there's happiness all around when you do it that way, right? The pigs are happy because they've got their gold. The guests are happy because you're going to soak them in water and get a giant floating balloon thing. Oh yeah, that's great. All right. And yeah, absolutely, snoopers. Feel free to come use the bartering farm. In fact, here. Let's see. Let's see which. I think it's the. Hang on. Which one is this one? Oh yeah, the city entrance. Okay. Here, do you use the whatever this is map? The I always forget the Xeons or whatever. Hang on. I know the name of it. It's right here. The okay. Yeah, if you when you're online, if we're online at the same time, I don't know if you're actually online now. I can share that waypoint with you so you can find where I'm at. Or you just steal the coordinates from off the screen and but that portal gets you up onto the roof, so you can hit up the bartering farm. And unfortunately, the gold farm. Can I make it global? Let's see. City entrance. I know I can share it. This will share it with anyone in chat, but I don't know that it's going to be that I can make it global here. But yeah, you don't even have a home. That's fair. That's fair. But yes, you can totally use the bartering farm. Unfortunately, the AFK spot, I don't have scaffolding up to it, which I should add, to be honest. Okay, it's morning. Let's go chop some stuff. Oh, you are a cave woman. That makes sense. All right, hang on. We're going to have to do a couple things, but I do need to free up a little bit of inventory space here, so. And since I don't have my my backpack, I have to do with small cluttered inventory spaces instead of a big inventory cluttered space. Because that word made sense. Sentences. They're cool. I should try speaking in them. Also, I'm getting used to bundles. I've never used bundles before. And I think I've discovered that they're awesome. Just as a tip. Yes, but there are definitely bundles. Actually, bundles are fun because, like, I can stick this, my bundle, right? They can hold 64 items, right? So I can sit here and I can scroll through this and say, okay, I need a crafting table. And boom, I have my crafting tables. Right? All of these little things that I need it's like one of, but I don't want to clutter up my inventory. Oh yeah, I just stick in a bundle. And oh, it saves so much space. So yeah, and they're dyeable, which is handy. So I have my green bundle that is my my tool bag. All right. Let's hop up here. All right. Now, you are also dyeable, sure, but there are multiple ways for that to happen, and I don't know that you want to spend your life blue. You know, I mean, maybe you do. Who am I to judge? Some people are all about that Smurf life, and you know, more power to them. You know. All right, I don't know how much birch I want, but we're not. I don't need a lot right now. I'm going to be setting up. You talk about being cave woman. I am also going to be playing the role of Captain Caveman today, and just, you know, without having to shout Captain Caveman every time I walk into a room. For those of you old enough to remember Captain Caveman. Oh, that was such a fun show, too. It was a weird show, and I'm down for it. Okay, we're going from here to here. Okay, let's get some more saplings. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sapling. Oh, I don't have that many saplings. Okay. We shall sparkle. Okay. You're old enough, but you didn't watch it. That's fair. It was one of those shows, I don't know why, but it tickled my fancy, and I ended up watching it a lot. You know, I didn't have cable growing up, so what I watched was just whatever happened to me on Saturday morning cartoons. You know, on the main, you know, ABC, NBC, you know, CBS type stuff. And I want to say because there was like Captain Caveman, and I forgot what else was on around that same time. It was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. So it was Captain Caveman and some flavor of Yogi and Friends, like Yogi Bear. You know, I don't remember what all, but yeah, it was fun. But yeah, see, all of my friends had cable, or a lot of my friends had cable too, and I didn't get to see any of those shows. So there's a whole batch of those that I just never saw. But if it was on broadcast TV, I usually saw at least an episode or two of it. Tom and Jerry was... Oh, Tom and Jerry was so good. I actually have some Tom and Jerry. I haven't watched it in a while, but I have a collection of Tom and Jerry cartoons. They were so good. I liked some of those too that did. There were a few that had Tom and Jerry not as adversaries, but as friends. And some of those episodes were kind of fun too. Wasn't quite the same feel, of course, but it was fun. Yeah, what I might want to do is I use this to breed frogs. What I might want to do is set up an interpearl stasis chamber, just so that some of these trees will grow while I'm gone. That might be handy. I don't like necessarily having chunk loaders going that I'm not... Yeah, I just don't like having them going. It puts an unnecessary strain on the server more often than not. But it is handy for a case like this. Like, I need my trees to grow so that they'll be grown when I get back, you know? Okay. But yeah, so if you want... Snoopers, the coordinates here, it's 378, or it's minus 378 and minus 533. So I'm actually not too far from, I think, your little cave. But, yeah. This is the entrance to my city and the portal that heads out to the bartering farm. All right. So I have obsidian. I've got some wool and stuff so I can make scaffolding. All right. One thing I don't have, and I'm going to have to set up, because thinking of infrastructure that I'm going to need, I absolutely do not have any sort of... I don't have a real nether. I didn't spend a lot of time in the nether in this world, and so I don't know where a fortress is. It would be really nice to have a blaze farm, because I think I'm going to be using a lot of end rods. And that's one of them. Yeah, if you do log in, I could just share that one with you real quick. But yeah, well, there are definitely a few of those things that... And I'm going to be rebuilding a few farms out here. Like, it'll be really handy having... hang on, I forgot something. This is why I'm going to need all the rockets in the world, because this is going to take forever. Yeah, a little gunpowder farm and sugarcane farm so I can just get rockets. In fact, I might even... Because we now have the crafter in this world, which I've never had. Oh, you were in a battle when you lost the connection last night? Ooh. It's almost like combat logging. You know? But I might set up the crafter so that it auto-crafts rockets for me. That should be handy. Now, I think I'm going to craft up a harness. Okay. All right, so let me head back into the base. And when I get in, because I do want to ghast. Okay. So here, let's, I'm going to just... Apparently you died. Oh no! Were you able to get your stuff back, or was it... I'm going to go ahead and share that that waypoint. Okay. All right, hang on. Oops, not that way. Back this way. Yeah, if you need anything, let me know. Obviously, I've got some infrastructure here, so if nothing else, you were able to get your stuff. Perfect. If nothing else, we've got iron and stuff here that'll be handy. All right, I need leather. Leather. And I don't know if I need string, but we'll bring it. I'm going to need glass. And I think... Okay, we're going to do some green dye on this one. All right, so what do I need? I need a... There it is. 3 leather, 2 glass, and a... Pick your favorite color of wool. I have wool of every flavor, but... All right, let's just go get some green wool. All right. Because, again, infrastructure. Oh, look, he walked down. He can't get at my villagers, though, so... Suck it, zombie. Okay. Let's do the crafty. Green harness. Okay. Perfect. All right. And mob drops. I think I'm done with the leather for now. All right. I think I have everything I need. Let's get a few more rockets out of my rocket box. So this is why I was semi-AFKing the gunpowder farm yesterday. Was so that I could get all of this stuff, you know? Ta-da! Yeah, it's gonna be It's gonna be fun. All right. Yeah, I can go back to it. All right. Yeah, so I think what it will do is let's oh, I only brought one lead. Oh, that's okay. You can craft leads now. I think you need a crafting table to do it, but leads are, you don't need slime anymore. I think it's just 4 string or something like that. Which is great. I love that they removed slime from that recipe. It's like, because the only way to get leads really early game was either find a swamp or kill wandering traders. There just wasn't a lot in between. Unless you were lucky enough to stumble into a slime chunk during early caving. And I am looking forward to being able to do a number of things with leads. I'm going to take a... Oh, sorry. My nose is itching like mad. I plan on taking a lead, so to speak, from, I think it was Cub Fan, who lifted an entire village worth of villagers with a happy gast. And lots of boats and lots of leads. And that's going to be awesome. Okay. All right, here we are, far from home, watching the skeletons and zombies roam. They burn alive. They burn alive. Okay, I'm not creepy, not at all. No, not. There's a knot in that creepiness. Okay, so we're gonna be out this way. So what I'm going to do is we're going to build a little bit of base into the side of this, well, mountainside here. Because that's where you build things in the sides of things. Okay, I should rename that. Hang on. This spot is now Badlands base. Okay, confirm. Okay. Oh, you got all your things. Awesome. That's good to hear. All right, so we're gonna set up shop in this area here. Now, because I'm kind of late game, I can in fact do some other cool things, but okay, I actually don't know if I want to do stuff, but I don't have to build this base like I'm going to be living in it forever, right? It takes a little while to get back to my the ancient city, but it doesn't take that long to get back to the ancient city. So I think we're going to be okay here. Yeah. Oh, terracotta is awesome. And I'm going to be using probably dyed variants of the terracotta as well. So we're going to... the fact that this Badlands is so freaking huge is going to be great. Because we'll definitely find a spot out in the middle of nowhere where we can just strip the terracotta and the sand and all of that stuff. Heck, there's red sand. There's so much red sand out here. But yeah, we'll definitely find a place where we can destroy the ecosystem for our own ends. And I'm going to love it. Okay. So, let's get set up here. I hope to make all the dyes. Nice. Okay. So, step one, we're going to set up over here. So, I'm not going to use the crafting table that's in my thing here. Oh, speaking of step one, let's do our have a little fun here. All right. Oh, I do need a infinite water source. Let's set that up first before I use my water here. Where to water? Because this whole thing's going to get... actually, I think I can do this here. Yeah, let's do it this way. I had a wild and crazy idea, so... All right, hang on. I need inventory space because that's a thing. All right. Grab my ender chest. And honestly, I really should grab another one of those. Eyes of Ender, blaze rods are something I'm lacking in. I guess I did find enough of them to get a few, but I don't remember where it is. Anyway, so I need this box that had stuff in it. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's get some water. And what I'm going to do is we're going to put some water right there and some water right there. Now we have our infinite water source. And I'm going to take a couple of chests. All right, so I can get at the water, but it's not in the way. Okay. Wonderful. There, I've got a little bit of storage that I can make extraordinarily messy when I'm ready to. And... okay, I was just thinking whether or not I wanted to put my fortune pick away. It's funny, when you're dealing with... when you're dealing with being in the ancient city and down with the deep slate, yeah, you use a fortune pick a lot. But... out in the surface, yeah, not so much. Okay. Let's grab a couple of birch doors. All right. Let's see. How much do I want to start messing up my inventory now? Okay. Also, I don't need that string, so it's all good. All right, doors. Okay, so we're going to slip doors like so. Perfect. Yeah, I need fire. Arr, caveman. Fire. Ha. Yeah, campfire would be nice. Though, actually, I should set up a furnace too. And I've got these lava buckets. Sorry. With the itchiness of the nose. I need to set up a couple of places. I brought snow blocks. I didn't bring iron with me because of apparent reasons. So, oh, and hang on. Grab that out again. I didn't bring iron with me, and now I'm sad. Because I need iron if I want to set up a infinite fuel source. Don't know if I'm going to, how much cooking I'm going to need to be able to do, but okay. All right. And also, by the way, that does look cool. I'm definitely going to put another portal up here. But that does look very cool. All right. So let's go ahead and see. The way this works is you take your dried ghast and you soak your dry ghast, and you get the stay hydrated enhancement or advancement. And in 20 minutes, our ghast will become a baby ghast. So we should probably prep for that a little bit. But yeah, I like that. That portal's looking sweet. All right. So let's just get a fence post here. Now I didn't bring. I didn't bring a shulker of snowballs to feed my ghast. All right. Well, since I apparently can't do things, let's yeah. What's actually really cool is you could use these dried ghast for a really cruel timer. So you can use an observer to see the progress of your ghasts of each time it grows. And they take roughly 5 minutes to grow each stage, and it's 4 stages. So you could use an observer, see that it's been about 5 minutes because they've advanced to the next stage, and then suck the water out. And then they go dry again, and then you put the water back. And so you're just taunting the poor thing. Those are the gas that become the emo gas in the nether. I'll tell you, those are the ones that get cranky. But yeah, it's actually a really interesting, like, if you need like a 5-minute timer, an approximate 5-minute timer. It's not an exact 5 minutes. It's really cool. All right. Oh no, semi-evil doesn't even begin to cover it. All right, let's grab some iron. Yeah, I the last time I was playing in this world, it predated the crafter. So, like, my iron farm doesn't do any sort of compression of, like, iron blocks and stuff like that. It's just ingots. But that's okay. I can do that myself. Okay. Get in there. All right. Cool. So we'll get some iron. I don't know how much I'm going to need right away, but at least a couple of cauldrons worth, if nothing else. Okay. Oh, and the snowballs. Thank you. Thank you. I would have 100% forgotten snowballs. I also reorganized my storage here just a little bit, and I forgot where I put my shulker shells. Okay, grab a couple of shulker shells. Yeah, I also have a mod. It's the, what is it? Shulker box labels, I think it is. Mods. Yeah, shulker box labels, which allows you to label your shulkers with items and stuff. So that's really handy. I plan on using that somewhat for some of the storage I want to do. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but it's definitely something I plan on doing. Shulker box, shulker box. Got ourselves a shulker box. All right. Inventory management is a thing that I don't get. Gonna stick the balls into the box very slowly cause I have no slots. Okay. Nope. This is gonna be great. No, I would like to use a lot of snow actually in the new build too. How much do they eat? I don't know exactly. It's in a lot of ways it's similar to, oh, I should sleep. It's similar to, like, if you're feeding cows or chickens or something, right? Because you want some other animal to grow up. Same idea. It's they take a while to get there, but once they do, you know, it like shortens the growth cycle, something like that. It's probably like 20. But we'll leave the shulker out there anyway, because it's going to be handy to just have it for when I do bring up in ghasts. Now, I had an idea for a happy ghast elevator. Now, ghasts are the ghasts are weird. If you stand on a happy ghast, it will cease to move. It will stop moving, it will align itself to the Minecraft grid, and it will just be unmovable. You can't use water, it can't do anything to push it out of the way. That's just what it does. which is fine. But it means you can't stand on a ghast and make it go up. However, you can leash ghasts to... You can leash them to boats, but you can't sit in a boat while it's leashed. The boat will break. But you could leash it to a camel with a saddle. You could leash it to saddled pigs in boats and use that as your elevator car and use the ghast to go up and down. So that's something I'm going to try once I have a little bit of a foundation here to work on. All right. Where does I put my bed? Okay, there it is. It's over here. And they can catch fire. Yes. Yes. Be very careful when lighting fires because that's just bad for your ghast. Okay. But we can't see its little face. Let me see if I can free cam down here and see it. Yeah. This guy's little face, he'll get progressively happier as he gets more and more hydrated. Which honestly is not unlike a lot of people I know. But yeah, he's getting there. I don't know what stage he's at. Yeah, hydration level 0, so he's got some time. All right. Cool. So we're going to have a little bit of fun out here. The other nice thing is ghasts have a small amount of regen. It's not a lot, but it's some. So, and apparently it's faster if they're in the clouds. So, you know, that's cool. Also, don't drown your ghasts. That's bad. All right, so a lead is now 5 string to craft 2 leads. So yeah, no slime needed anymore. That's great. All right, so this is going to be my home. There was, well, that's hydrating. Hang on, oops, wrong button. There was a dripstone cave around here somewhere. I guess I have some homework to do. Yes, exactly. All the homework. Okay. So let's head over here to this dripstone cave. Yeah, the fact that there are some cave spider spawners nearby is going to be really handy because I think there are going to be some things I want to do with potions. Just as I'm kind of bouncing ideas around my wee little mind. And because of that, I'm going to need spider eyes. Okay, perfect. All right, let's not, do the whole crash into it and die thing. Okay. Not high on my list of things to do today. Also, apparently, according to Chunkbase, and I haven't looked, there are about 18 trillion trial chambers in this area. So we're going to be hitting a few of those up as well. Yeah, I heard it was bad for us. Yeah, not so much. Not the greatest experience in the world. All right. So that's the city. Badlands portal. So yeah, Badlands base. All right. I want to know. I guess I could remove some of the waypoints. I don't necessarily need the that other Badlands portal waypointed anymore, but. Yep. So we've got armadillos. We can do cool stuff with armadillos too. Also borderline abuse. Same with allays. We're gonna get some allays and we're gonna set them on fire, and that's gonna be fun. Hi. Yeah, we've got scoots so we can make dog armor. How you doing? You cute. There. Yeah, see? Just have all sorts of fun. Okay. Yeah, I could totally use this area back here. Hmm. Yeah, depending on how I build it, I could actually take some of this area back here and do a quick and dirty tree farm or something back this way. I could also... Well, heck, there are even some trees over here. You know, the poor scrawny little oak trees. Yep, there's coarse dirt. Yeah, so we've got stuff. We definitely have things we can do. I think that... Oh, that's the coral out there. Yeah. Okay, where's my base? It's up here. How are you doing? Are you smiling at all? He's trying. He's trying to get there, you know. Okay, let's honestly, I have in my ender chest another ender chest. So let's just slap one of those down too. We'll just take this one and put it in there. Okay. That way I've got this handy because we're going to be using this for a little bit of quick and dirty storage and stuff too. So it's going to be fine. Plus, I do need to get to my toolboxes a little bit too. To put like the flint and steel away and stuff like that. All right. Nice. Now, I've got a couple of things in here too. I don't remember if this is the update that they updated the Wandering Trader, so it has some new trades. But I also I've added a data pack that adds mini blocks, I think, to the Wandering Trader. So that'll be fun. For those of you who are into the mini blocks. All right. Oh, right. So there's a reason I'm doing the things I'm doing. I just don't remember what it is. Okay. I need to... Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. You found a trader last night. Nice. Okay. That was one... I don't know how much I'm going to use it, other than it's a handy source for mob heads. But for occasional redstone farms and things. But they are kind of cute to decorate with and stuff too, so we'll definitely be playing with that. Okay. All right, so let's see. I need... Here, let's move this shulker box. There it is. It ended up in my inventory, and I have lost it already. You like getting your player heads the old-fashioned way. Oh, that's fair. Actually, you know what? I need to turn these doors around. Other than the fact that that's facing the wrong way. Awesome. Hi, I would like to place you... Okay, we'll do this door first. Hi, door. No? Can I? There we go. Your hinges are on the wrong side. Can we do it on that side, please? Okay, so that's the right side for the hinges, the wrong side for the... It's not. The hinges are in the wrong place. It's just wrong. Why? I know how to do this. I'm a Minecrafter of much experience. And totally know how to do the mining and the crafting and the placing of the doors. And this isn't it. There we go. Ha-ha! Got him. See, what I like to do, some of you may do this too, but especially on my starter bases, place the doors so right now, these doors are open. I know it's silly to think that, but yes, these doors are open, at least as far as Minecraft and zombies are concerned. They can't break these down. Now that the door is closed, and now it's open. And so it's really handy to keep mobs out of your base, especially the door-breaking kind of mobs. Like zombie piglins also will try to break down doors. Not a huge fan of that myself. You know, I don't necessarily like them breaking down my doors. So all right, so what I'm going to do, take out some of this, and let's craft up some cauldrons. Oh, I want to do 5. Turns out counting would be cool. 5. Sweet. All right, and let's... Yeah, I think we'll do them here. Okay, that's not where they go, but that would be really cool, you know, to place them someplace where they're cool. All right, now we're going to have to come up above this level. Okay, and I didn't bring that much lava, so we're going to have to... maybe I should go back to my base and get more lava. And you know what? Let's go ahead and... This one? Yeah, because I only brought 3 blocks, and I'm going to do 5 blocks of stuff here. So let's go ahead and put the dripstone in. It doesn't have to be dripstone. I just think it's going to be nicer to do it as dripstone. All right. So let's go get a couple more buckets of lava. Again, not the most efficient way of doing this, okay? Yes, let's fly back and forth 1,000 blocks every time we need something. Okay, but this is the advantage of not starting fresh, is I don't have to start fresh. I can just go back and get stuff. But yes, I think I'm going to set up a minecart system so that I can get back and forth here without necessarily spending rockets. It'll be slower than flying, but it'll be a little bit easier to get back and forth. That's the only reason you're considering your old worlds? Yeah. Well said, I've had it in my mind oh. Ah, my elytra broke. Okay, well, we're going to have to go do something about that. Good thing I was low. Was not paying attention. So we'll go fix the elytra. So a couple months ago, this is the other reason to save some wear and tear on the elytra. The other reason well, let me start over. So a couple of months ago, I was in Create Mod, and I was getting the itch to go play vanilla. They had the Happy Ghast coming out and all of that stuff, and I really wanted to get back into vanilla. But I was not overly excited about the idea of starting a brand new world. Right? I mean, it's just... I just didn't... I wasn't wanting to go back into the early game, right? And then I remembered, I have this vanilla world. I never actually stopped. I didn't end the world. I just stopped playing it. So I got thinking, why not come back? I want to build in a new space. At the time, I was thinking, too, there was a possibility of being on another SMP. That sort of fell apart, but the idea that, I could go onto that SMP, I mean, that got me thinking, what would I do there? And I liked the idea of, oh yeah, I will set up a Badlands, and we'll, this way. I will set up in a Badlands, because I've never built there. It'll seem like fun. I had some ideas. And turns out, it actually is going to be fun. But yeah, I just wasn't sure what all I wanted to do with it and things like that. Well, that SMP fell apart. So I said, okay, well, I could come back to going solo. Because this was a cool world. I like this ancient city and stuff like that, right? It's very awesome. Dark, but very awesome. So I got thinking, if I'm going to be doing that, hang on, I'm going to turn on the gamma override for all of you. Yep, there we go. I just was realizing it's getting dark. So we shall gamma. Yeah, he's dark. So anyway, so I thought, hey, there are eroded badlands. I mean, I could upgrade my world, and I could get to eroded badlands, and I could do all of that stuff because, as I said, I'm not an explorer, right? I don't end up with huge swaths of my world explored. Like the flying I did today, all around that desert. That might have been more exploring than I've done in this world for a very long time. Like, since I logged in, really. So, I should have just taken the minecart. So, no, I'll make it easy. I'll just walk. I built this infrastructure for a reason. Anyway, so this seemed perfect. And then Snoopers had hit me up. I was loving it. It was a great world. I was just getting really burnt out of doing the ancient city, which is part of the reason I went and did create mod. But Snoopers hit me up and says, "Hey, what if we were to do okay. Yeah, this sucks. What if we were able to do go back to going solo?" Oh, I was loving the exploring. Well, there's that too. I was loving the landscape, is what I was loving. But I like to see the landscape as a spot to where, oh, I can settle down here. Oh, right, this is stupid. Speaking of infrastructure that really needs to be better. What Stoopers talked me into, say, hey, what if you took going solo, made it an SMP, and it'll be an SMP for introverts? And I thought, you know what? I'm kind of down for that. So that's what I did. And now here we are walking across the most dangerous bridge in the world. And hoping that the, okay, I see Enderman. That's a good sign. I should enchant up a sword for over here. Okay, hang on. Sounds. We are going to shut them up. Okay. All right, so let's get my handy dandy toolbox. Yeah, I should just enchant up a looting sword to have over here. Now, this farm, it doesn't pre-damage the Enderman, so it takes a couple of swings to charge up, but it's really handy. First world you lost due to lightning. Okay. And your first world is still your favorite world to date? That's cool. Let's just highlight that one, because that's... Yeah, my first world, I think I still have it. It's on my PS4. And I played there for a while, but they made some changes, and I got invited onto an SMP. I don't need any more experience, so... I got invited over onto Mandolin's SMP, and that was great. Played there for a long time. And then, yeah, okay. And we'll let them go. Yeah, this, you want to know? This is about as old school Enderman farm as you can build. But it is very simple, works very well. I said it does take a little bit of, you got to prime the pump a little bit, because it's not pre-damaging the Enderman. But, oh yeah, you grind through Enderman something fierce, and I love it. So, because you get a sweeping edge sword, and you're just good to go. So, all right. And now I can fly. There is a bubble Vader back up too if you don't want to fly, but it's totally a thing. Oh, hey, okay. The dragon egg is still here. We're leaving it here. Oh, second world. Yeah, I did so much exploring, it's hard to find new things. Yeah, I get that. So I don't do a lot of exploring. Now, it is possible to trim out unused chunks and things like that, but... Oh, dinner's good. Dinner sounds all sorts of good, Edge. Yeah. I need to... Some cooking that should happen. But, anyway... Alright, how we doing here? I don't know that we've been around enough for him to be hydrated yet. Also, that I don't know if that's a level number up in Mini HUD that says, oh, he's hydration level 1 or not. Oops, hang on. I'm looking at inside my own pants. That's not typically what I would recommend. He seems a little... I don't know if he seems happier or not, but he's going to sit there. The second world you count as your first... Oh, you kept the world border close. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we are going to have to do a little bit of something here. So I don't set myself on fire. Because I will 100% set myself on fire. I know me. I know me very well. And fire will be set. There will be fire. So we're gonna try this in a very safe way that does not involve being on fire. Okay? It's gonna be safe. Also, you know what? I should. Here, let's... Haha! The emergency... You are definitely setting yourself on fire. Box. Yeah. You don't know enough to do this. It's actually, it is a somewhat technical process doing the chunk trimming. Okay, so what we're going to do... Actually, you know what the easiest way to do this is? Trapdoors. I'll remove the trapdoors here in a minute. But, oh, that's right. I got talked into putting in the cheaty trapdoor recipe. Okay. So, yeah, you can thank Snoopers for that one. Snoopers and their cheaty trapdoors. Okay, it is now. Actually, the default recipe is you get 12 trapdoors. I think it would actually probably be better as 6, but okay. So lava's gonna go there. Let's move these. No, actually, that's fine. We're gonna do. I'm just gonna slap some glass up there, so it'll be good. Twill serve. I guess that one's not ever coming home. All right. Yeah, I can't adjust it. That's true. I just haven't. 6 makes sense, in all honesty. 12 is probably a little much, but 6 does make sense. Okay. Now, these trapdoors are saving my life because they're awesome like that. All right, and now I'm just going to glass that in so we can see the lava, but not be scared of the lava. Anyway, take care, Edge. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great day. Happy dinner and stuff. Okay. Cool. And because I was smart, I picked up all this terracotta that I was going to put back. All right, great. We now have ourselves a lava farm, which is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Take care. All right, now I brought some cobblestone. So, yeah, you want food too. Well, food is good. 5. I'm going to just stick a couple of furnaces in the wall over here. Okay. Okay. This is just a very quick and dirty, low effort smelter array. Okay. These will fill up with lava. I can then put the lava into the furnaces here. And usually, these actually fill up at about the same rate that the furnaces burn. Okay. It's not perfect. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. And I'm down for it. All right, let's go see how our ghast is doing. Are you happy yet? You know, I've covered you in water. I expect you to be happy. Okay? You're going to get there. Trust me, you're going to get there. You're going to love it. I've got snowballs for you when you grow up. You're going to love it. All right. Well, he's just going to sit there and be a sad ghast. Oh, I should get some terracotta. I keep putting the terracotta away thinking, oh, I don't need this anymore. I'm wrong. There's all this wrongness happening on this side of the keyboard, and there. Yeah, see, he's making happy noises, sorta. Or very quiet happy noises because I have mob sounds turned down. But see, he's looking a little bit happier over here. Yeah. I wonder if my coming and going has been... Shouldn't be resetting his hydration... Yeah, he's at hydration level 1 now. I wouldn't think that would reset his hydration level, but what do I know? I don't know how any of this stuff works. I just play the game. And I watch videos from Exuma. You know? Yeah, see, there we go. Now we're getting... stuff. So... Cool. Let's get buckets. Okay. And you know what I should do? I should... Do I want to... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead. Since we've got it here, this will be cool. It's going to look a little funky, but that's okay. Let's grab some slabs. Probably more than that. Okay. That was more than I was thinking of, because I saw the 6 and thought, oh, that should be enough. I know what I'm doing. This is plenty. Okay. All right, so we're just going to stick a couple of barrels in here. Yeah, let's see if I can stick them up that way. Okay. Now we've got a little bit of storage in here, so I can stick these buckets in there. Nice. See, nice little compact living, right? This is fun. And, okay, we've got our water source down here, so we can get that when we need it. I should set up a little... I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of composting out here. Not a lot in the way of crops. When I need crops, I'll head back and we'll set up... you know, I'll trade with villagers and stuff. But, yeah. We've got ourselves a nice cozy little stream here. Or little room here. And I'm digging it. We've got plenty of light. I actually don't even need this torch now, because we're getting all this light from the lava. All right, now what I don't have, and maybe I should invest in, is a clock. A painting, yeah, give it a painting. Also, let's take some of this stone, and I've got some iron. Let's craft up a stone cutter. Okay, we'll slap that in there. I keep one here in my tool bag, right? So if I need a stone cutter, I can get one. But that's more as a emergency package. Like, hey, I'm out. I need to do this real quick. Let's do the thing. Yeah, but you're right. I think let's take a look. I've brought wool with me. Okay, so let's make a painting. Painting. Cool. All right, and let's see. I want a 1x3 painting. I think these are... I don't know how they're sorted. Okay. Well, let's see if we've got a nice 1x3. I know they exist, so we'll... That's just a painting. Okay. Those are 1x1s. Yep, those are big. Okay. And they might spell it 3x1 here. I don't know. But I know they have them. Ooh. I'm hearing ghasts. That's a good thing. Okay, I might have to just get a 2x1 painting. Because there are some good ones. Let's see. All right. I guess there isn't a 3x3. So we'll do... I don't know. Let's just... Oh, that one wouldn't be too bad. That one's a little bit... Nah, the creeper is... Sunset's okay. I think that one's a little more abstract for up close and personal. So we'll go ahead and do that one. Actually, let's sleep and then we'll go check on the ghast. All right. How are we doing over here, my friend? Oh, he's getting there. There, we'll freak him out so we can see. See, he's getting happier. His little face is smiling, or almost smiling. So yeah, well, I want him to grow up. Yeah, normal sleep. Check on your ghast. You know, you check on your pet ghost, right? Who doesn't do that, really? Right? Pet ghosts are absolutely the thing you're out there checking on. Ah, you know. Okay. So that's gonna do its thing. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so we'll need to do that. I do want to get another portal frame up here. So let's get that in place. And said, we'll sort of figure out... Okay, I've got obsidian here. Cool. Yeah, Gasper. That's it. I don't have a name tag, but... Actually, I think I have one name tag for emergency names, mob naming uses. But I think what it will do is let's bring this way. Okay. So we'll cut up through here. Obviously, this is going to have to go. And we'll cut up through here. How tall does... You fished up two... Oh, okay, yeah. I've got villagers, so I can... So I get name tags that way. Yeah, you're definitely one of those special people who... Fishing is for... I am not one of those special people. Okay. Hang on, we gotta dig out where this portal is going to be. And it's, yeah, it's gonna have to go up 2 more blocks. Like that. Yeah, I don't mind Minecraft fishing. I just get really bored with it really fast. It's a lot better than, the mechanic in Stardew Valley. Oh, that just frustrates me. I'm far superior. Not hardly, but the fishing in Stardew just drives me bonkers. Okay. All right, we'll do that. So, awesome. The other thing is this will light up this area a little bit. Oh, I left my flint and steel back in the... You can't fish in Stardew. Yeah, I can't either. And I started playing Stardew on... I think I have Stardew on the PlayStation. And man, is that a pain in the neck. I could not keep it. I couldn't keep the little zippy bar anywhere close to where I would actually catch the fish. That was annoying. Just got it on PC. Okay. Yeah. Now, though, honestly, Stardew might be... Since it's not a game for me, though I said I know lots of people who love it. Actually, that's a game my wife would probably like. I could totally see her wanting to just manage her farm and grow her crops and have all that fun. Because, all right, there we go. One decorative portal. I think that's all right. Yeah, so let's look at here. Yeah, see, that looks really cool. Oh, that, I like it. It gives this whole it's like this whole mountain has something special about it. I might, right, and it rains, you don't need water. I mean, I always go in for the, you know, of course, the sprinklers and stuff. I don't think I have Stardew on PC, but if I did, there are mods for Stardew Valley that give it that allow you to do some more automation. Because Stardew, while I like it, it very quickly becomes busy work simulator, and that's not my jam. So yeah. Honestly, I watched somebody else play it on PC as well, and yeah, it's like PC probably is the way to go on that one. But I was streaming everything off the... Oops, that's not where that goes. I was streaming everything off the PlayStation at the time, so kind of made sense. Come on. Oh, you've got to grow. I want to ride this Happy Gas before the end of stream. So he has to grow up, and then we have to force feed him till he really blows up, and then we can ride him around this valley. I'm excited for that. But yeah, this is cool. We are definitely at step 1 of our ghastly goodness here. Starters, yeah, easy to dip in when the mood strikes. Yeah. What I have to do, because I've only played it once. I mean, one world. I was playing for a while. But now that I know a little bit more about it, there are some ways I could set up my my thing so it's a little bit easier to keep track of. And admittedly, some of my problem is me, right? I would end up I would make one of the wines or something in there, right? And I would start this one on one day, the next one on another day, the next one on another day. So they end up being staggered. And so every day I'm checking, are the wines done? And that's not an efficient way of handling things. Instead, it's like, nope, we will start all these crops or all of these, produce things like the wines and stuff on one day. And I can put a barrel outside or a cask outside and have it start at the same time. And when that one is done, I know everything in that building is done. But yeah, I was watching Mandolin play, and she did cool things with it. But I think we're one step away from having our gas, by the way. Here, let's grab a lead because we're going to need that here soon. But, all right, we're good. We've got the portals. Now, one of the things I'm going to do eventually is, let's get the snowballs out here too. Yeah, there it is. Ghasts are also, they get attracted by the harness. So that's cool. So we'll grab a couple of stacks of snowballs. All right. And we'll bring the harness with us as well. Okay. All right. Yep, my storage inventory woes are already starting. I should probably maybe think about being a little bit more yeah, planning this out a little bit more from the start, you know? It's like, oh, maybe I should put the wood in this one and the stone in this one and the whatever else in this one. That would make sense. It would make all the sense in the world. Am I going to do that? Of course not. Why would I do that? Okay, come on, Gast. We're all waiting for you. See, look, I have snowballs for you. You're going to love it. Now, there is one thing. Ghasts, once they're grown, will float around, but they have a defined range. Unlike bees, which will just fly off and never be seen again, or allays, which will sometimes do that, ghasts will stay within a 32 or like 64 block level. See, I think we're on the last stage. I think it's 4 hydration stages and then ghast. So we're getting there. I think there. So it would be hydration level 4, I think, is where this would be. So, and the adult ghasts will try to fly down and stay closer to the ground, which is cool. So we'll keep an eye on that. Other things I should be doing while we're waiting for our ghast to grow up. Let's this place, I think it's going to be really cool. So the plan is to build out a city sort of in the center, floating amongst all of this terracotta. And who knows what it's going to be. You're a little disappointed. I'm sorry to see. Oh, that I'm not falling more. You said that as I fell, Snoopers. As I fell, you say you're disappointed I'm not falling. I think we, yeah. Oh, do I still have the gamma override on? I do. Okay. No wonder it felt weird. Okay. All right, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. And then we're going to go take a look. Oh, I think that sound is my happy ghast being extra happy. There he is. He is so happy. Look at that happy little guy. Hello, happy little guy. Come here. I have snowballs. Okay, here. I'm going to put him on a lead, but look at this happy little guy. There we go. Happy little guy. So I should maybe... Hang on. I need... Come here. Come on. See, I have snowballs. Look at you being all cute and stuff. Yeah. See? Cute. Cute, cute. Now hold still so I can get a screenshot. Thank you. Okay. I have no idea what his name's going to be. We'll get there. But first, eat until you get big. Okay, I've got more. I have more here. Oh, hey. It tells you. 38 seconds remaining. Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to get a name for this guy. Okay. He's getting there. All right, we got 20 seconds. Let's get our harness. All right. Yeah, I had to get a screenshot of him being little because he's not going to be little for too much longer. Oh, I should also, while he's also still not being little, grab a few more snowballs just to tempt him when I need to. Okay. I think I'm going to need to throw a couple of those into my tool bag. There we go. Look at you. Yeah. And so you can jump on top of them, and they hold still. They will not move until you do this. Right? Now, hi. Look at you. Look at you being all ghasty and stuff. Okay? Now, what's really cool is then you can hop up. Oh, I should remove the lead. Hang on. I need to unlead you. Oh, right. That's the other thing is they've changed how lead mechanics work. So when you take them off the lead, off a fence, you're left holding the lead, which is awesome. Okay. Hang on, I want that. Okay, I had to fall. All right. All right, come back here, happy gassed. No, no. Gotcha. Sweet. And now we have ourselves the happy guests. And his little goggles are there, you know. Awesome. Okay. Now what's cool is now they're really slow, all right? But here, let's yeah, you can see you go up by looking up, you go down by looking down. You can go up by hitting your jump button, but hitting your crouch button will get off the ghast, so looking up and down is sort of the way to go. Okay, but this is... Oh, gas butt. We're sitting here just looking at gas butt. You know, so like after visiting Taco Bell, you get gas butt. Okay, so 4 people can ride a ghast. You've got your pilot, and then people can sit around each side. And you can leash them to mobs and stuff, and you can ride the mobs. So, like, which is why I'm thinking I need to go find some camels. Because you put a saddle on a camel, you can put 2 people on it, and that becomes an interesting thing. So yeah, so you can come over here, like if you're building, and it's almost, but not quite, like, see, I'm strafing back and forth here. So it's almost, but not quite creative flight, right? You can just sort of work your way around. And they're big, right? The ghast is 4 blocks, right? But you can fly it to wherever you need it to be, right? So if I needed to be over here, and then I could get off of it. And as long as somebody is standing on the ghast, right? And his goggles go up when nobody's riding it. As long as somebody is standing on the ghast, it will stay there. Okay? So, yeah, that's the idea. Is you know, actually let's free cam that, because, you know, got ourselves a nice little happy ghast hanging out here, you know? It's fun. We're gonna have some fun with these guys. But you don't need the harness on there for them to stand still when you stand on them. Looks like they also don't move if you're jumping on them. So yeah, that is going to be really handy. As I'm up here building in the sky, I will absolutely be using our happy ghast here to do some of that work, because that's going to make this so much nicer. Oops. Oh, got the... Oh, Snoopers has the "we need to go deeper" advancement. Oh, yes, absolutely. Come ride. Yeah, let me know when you're close. I'm going to take a quick run around the valley here real quick. Because what I was saying before, I need to come through and explore a little bit around what's around here, right? I need to take a look. Obviously, I've got this big canyon here. And then we've got a cave over this way. Yeah, again, it's the ghast. Oh, that sounds like you're. The other thing is these ghasts are big. They're like a 4x4x4 critter. Yeah, so we'll have to go explore some of these areas around here and just see what's around. So yeah, you can, like, if I'm flying low, oops, I did the thing. Got to look down if you want to go down. If I'm flying low, the ghast is stuck. I can't go forward here. Oh, there's Snoopers. Nice. I'm coming. Here we go. Alrighty. So yeah, so just right click on it like you would any sort of mob, and there we go. Let's see. Did you go into a... Oh yeah, here's a group. Here, I will join the group. Hello. So, yeah. All sorts of fun. I'm going to get out. Oops. I'm going to get out of F5. So, yeah, it's really slow. And what's... You got your screeny. Nice. Well, what's cool is if I get off, now you're flying it. So, yeah, it's really fun. So I think this is going to be really handy as... oh, you're standing on it, so we can't move anywhere. There we go. Yeah, because that's the cool thing. They are floating platforms, which is really cool. Oh, right. Cool. So I'm gonna hop off. Whoa. Now he'll stay fairly close, but I'm gonna put him on a leash anyway. So yeah, we'll grab a name tag. I've got one. I think I've got one in my... Oh, I don't have one here. I think I've got one in my toolbox in the shulker, but gotta figure out a good name for the guy. But yeah, and you can get... The harnesses are each... Ah! Okay, you wanted me to fall. There you go. You get a harness, make one in each of the main wool colors. So if you want them in pink or in yellow or in red or blue or whatever, you can do that. Unfortunately, they don't dye like leather, so that's annoying. Oh, but this is fun. Yeah, Cheese monkeys falling again. And it said you hold snowballs and they come down to you, and then you can just right click on. Oh, hi. Or you can throw a snowball at them and they get annoyed. Now, gas will not run away from you or run away from anything if they take damage. So that's a problem, something to think about. So, sweet. All right. So yeah, this is fun. So I'll need to sit down and figure out what I want the, you think you love him? Yeah. Yeah, they are cool. They are cool. Feel free to grab one out of the bartering farm on your way back if you want your own. But I think this guy's gonna be hyper useful, and I'm gonna be using a bunch of different ghasts as part of the build I'm envisioning here. Because I think I want them to be the lore of the city, as much as I am going to give the city lore, is that they have been able to harness the power of the ghasts to power their city and to do cool things. So I like it. I think it's going to be really fun. All right. Now he's on a lead, so I'm not sure how far he's going to be able to go, but yeah, how do you go down? So look down and push forward. Oh, hang on, let me take the lead off. Oh. Ah, okay. Can I can't. Sorry, I'm leading him and I'm falling. Okay. He's too far away. Okay, this is going to be a problem. We're going to see this problem a lot, is the... Hey, oh, right, now I flew. Okay. Hey, come back here. Right? Snowballs again. Hi. That's right. You're gonna come here. Yeah, so if you go and hop on. Oh, thank you. Is he close enough? Or you can just jump to him. Okay. But yeah. Now if you look down and push forward, he should, there you go. Oops, don't throw the snowballs. So yeah, it's pretty yeah, it's once you get a handle on the controls, and said he'll fly around, but he won't go too far away. Right? He'll always be within 32 blocks of the last place he dealt with somebody. And then you can always lure him back with snowballs. Once he notices you. Like, yep, now he sees me and he'll come. Come on over. That's right. Over this way. Oh, no. Okay. We're going to have this game a lot, I think. Let's see. Me trying to get back on the gas or get him to where I want him to be when I need him. But oh, yep, I'm muted. Well, I'm muted in game. There we go. Okay. Come back here. Come back here. Here, we're going to do... Okay. I'm going to tie you back. There we go. And I'm going to throw snowballs. Oh, that's right. You're crouching. That's right. Disappear off the locator bar when you crouch. Or when you're wearing a pumpkin. Nice. All right. Well, this is, now that we've got our happy ghast, this is where I'm going to leave it. I'm going to duck back inside. And so, yeah, feel free to grab one out of the bartering farm. Or go hunt up your own. That's cool, too. All right. But this is where I'm going to call it. Let's jump back to the webcam. Oh, this is going to be fun. I like where we're going with this. I think we're going to have some excitement. So, but I want to thank you all for joining me today. I want to give a shout out to my supporters, Satan Sprite and Snoops. They're both awesome and amazing. And you can be awesome and amazing too by becoming a supporter at musicfreegaming.com. Or just like and subscribe and follow and all of that good stuff. Turn on notifications, all of that good stuff. Oh, it's going to be fun. And yeah, the ghast, I think once I really start using it, I'm going to enjoy it more and more as we get going. So this is going to be great. And we'll get started on all of that on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So again, subscribe and do all that good stuff. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music for Gaming signing off.